into more of the because we can side, there's this thing that the people on the forum have called the great JavaScript wall. So one question that came up in kind of doing all these different contests and seeing what was possible was we've been assigning variables using these characters that look like letters and everything like that. But, of course, we can build each string from scratch. We don't have to use the variables. So we don't actually even need all those other characters. So the question came up, what's the smallest set of characters needed to execute arbitrary JavaScript? Now, a lot of these are going to be Firefox only just because it was easier and, you know, it wasn't really trying to weaponize anything. It was just to see if it could be done. So the first attempt that I think Gareth Hayes and Eduardo Vela did was using 8 characters, brackets plus comma, question mark, parentheses, and slash. This is what it looked like. This is completely legitimate JavaScript. Basically what this is doing is calling eval on part of the location. It's again using the little trick of commenting out part of the address in order to execute. So if you have this URI, you load up this JavaScript in Firefox, you will get an alert 1. But it didn't stop there. It was reduced down to 7 characters. How many of you think you can go further?
Me.
There are several different ways of doing it with 6 characters. These are just a few of the different sets. How many think you can go further?
Me.
Unfortunately, no. This is the wall. Because what it comes down to, you're pretty much always going to have your array notation, your concatenation. I mean, you can't get around using that. Then this will, using just those, you can get undefined, infinity, and not a number. So you have certain letters that you can work with. But if you want to actually execute a function, you're going to add parentheses, so that's going to bring you up to 5. But you still have to have true and false to get enough letters to actually do anything. Using just the first line of letters, you're not going to be able to get any interesting functions, which will then give you window. The other option is to use the equal sign, so you can do like location equals. But then about the only way to get a window object is going to involve like parent or proto, which is going to require a P, which means you need regexp, you need the slash mark, and then you need the underline for the double underlines on either side.
Can you still hide the window so the end user can't see it?
Yeah, I mean, you can do anything you want. You can arbitrary JavaScript. So
Okay.
once you load up,
So
yeah.
the equals here is actually assignment, not equality.
Yes.
Right.
Right, because you would use the equals to say window.location equals and then your script. Of course, you can also use it to do Booleans, you know, to get some Boolean values. So that's how you can get your true false in this case, is using the comparison operator. So once again, optimizing this, the first code using 8 characters was 2,084 characters long. The first attempt using a set of 6 was 3,767, because of course it takes more to, you know, get all these different values. So there's some refinement and optimization. The shortest attempt so far with a set of 6, and again, this Firefox only has. Any guesses? 1024, 1500.
24
Try
days.
460. This right here is completely legit JavaScript. It's array parent location equals array parent name. Again, this is only Firefox does the array parent value like that to get a window. So this will load up whatever you want. 460 characters, 6 characters.
This is the beauty of weakly typed languages.
Exactly.
IDSs suck.
This is what
Ah.
No, but my thing is like if you try to put this JavaScript tag against like a different application firewall or some shit like that, would it pick it up even?
That's a good question.
What? Did you have a signature for that? I mean, you could, but
I mean that's retarded looking. I mean I don't know how you
Like I said, I know Gareth Hayes said that he used this against Facebook's JavaScript. Oh, this is Lever One's. This is not my doing. Like I said, he is way beyond my skills.
I thought you came up with that.
No, I'm not that good. The very first slide was one that I came up with. But.
all the evaluations inside the brackets are different.
What do you mean?
There
It's
is
not one single same pattern.
that's correct.
Yeah.
These are legit variables under JavaScript specs. They-
And there's a lot of
these are legit
optimization.
variable names.
There's a lot of optimization going on in terms of, and Lever One is great at this, in terms of using numbers, where like you start with this value, add this much, multiply, like keeping track of your numbers as you go along. Because for each character, you have to get stuff. Do what?
Why does Coke have to come into this?
So here's the real trick, right? So if you do to that what all the real malware authors do, which is encode it, decode it 15 different fucking ways before you actually payload it. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, has this been
Are you
said it
gonna
hasn't been
copy-
weaponized, right? But so if you turn that into hex or binary and throw it directly in an application or a browser or whatever, is it going to get detected by modern IPS or AP or whatever?
That's a good question.
No way.
Because it's going to see the hex and be like, oh, this is just a bunch of fucking equal signs and shit.
Like I know some of this has been used in a Facebook app. If you're going to like load JavaScript, they filter it out and like make sure you don't have direct access to window and everything. But there's examples of this kind of code that you can throw at Facebook and you can get around their filters. I don't know if you still can. They might have blocked it now.
API is flawed in itself. Like it has some rudimentary flaws that you can.
Oh, don't get me started on Facebook. Oh, I forgot to mention at the beginning, but in case you don't know, I'm Joey Tyson, but probably better known as the Harmony guy. So I meant to say at the beginning. So yeah, Facebook and I go way back.
When it was the Facebook.
So you went and saw the social network this weekend, right?
I haven't seen it yet. I was not planning to because I was like, Facebook movie, whatever. And now it's getting all these awesome reviews. So
I went and saw it, and I actually really enjoyed it.
yeah, I've heard it's good. So I might do that.
I'm gonna go see it.
So if you're interested in finding out more about this stuff, there's the forum on Slackers for obfuscation. There's a bunch of threads on there. I did a post on Gemini's. Well, I work at Gemini Security with Peter, Laura, Georgia. I did a post on the company blog one day about this and linked to a few of the more important Slackers threads about this. Four of the guys that I mentioned at the beginning have actually written a book called Web Application Obfuscation. It's going to be available in this year. I thought it was going to be available like in November. Last checked Amazon, they said it was like December 31st. So I don't remember off the top of my head.
It's not O'Reilly or
It's
Wesley or somebody.
what's funny is the subtitle of the book is like // like this. It's almost like they're trying to cross-site script Amazon, but I can get that info for you if you want. But I mean, those are the authors right there.
It's gonna phone some fucking site.
So that's all I got. Y'all have a great night.